stay here any longer.
Are you trying to kill yourself?
To defeat this man, you must be like him.
Arrow, all new next Wednesday at 8/7 Central on the Seat.
What's going on, guys? I hope you're as excited for the next episode as I am. So let me just recap this previous episode real quick, and then we can talk about the trailer. So right off the bat, we see that Laurel again tries to become the Black Canary. She is not the greatest yet. She will be, though. She'll probably be like Roy Good soon. Like, she needs a lot of training, but she will most likely get it in the near future. So she just shows up with her Black Canary suit on, and she gets her ass kicked, and I'm pretty sure she gets like sliced with a knife, like her arm does, like not in half of course, but like she just gets like a minor little cut. And then after, we also see what happened at the Palmer Technologies. So pretty much Felicity's feeling a little bad about not helping him, and she's kind of rethinking the whole thing about Adam's suit. She's like on her way to probably going to help him. We also see how Thea gets talked to by Merlin, and he is like, we need to leave town as soon as possible. And then after, he really doesn't give like much explanation. He will not tell her that Oliver is dead. I don't know like what he's hiding, but maybe he like knows Oliver's alive and doesn't want to tell her that he's dead, and then after he's really alive. I don't know. It's really kind of confusing, but she, as far as like we know, she does not know he's dead. She just is confused, but I'll talk about it later. She's gonna change her mind. She will. So next part is the conference. At the conference, we see Laurel, her dad, and then after, like, the head of the police, and they're all talking about what's happening with Danny Brickwell. So a lot of things are happening with him, and shit's going down. So he pretty much runs in there with a bunch of his crew, shoots up the place, and then after, Laurel and, surprisingly enough, Felicity and Ray Palmer are in there, and they just fight the goons off, as I'll call them, and they get out of there alive. And then we see another, like, kind of video. Well, we see Oliver back at the little hut, and Tatsu and Masao are taking care of him, and they're pretty much saving his ass. We also see how Laurel investigates one of the people who attacked her, and then she threatens him to the point where he tells her where Danny Brickwell is. Getting to the big stuff, though, we also see later during the episode, Roy and Laurel decide to go after Danny Brickwell, because he has 3 aldermen. So he pretty much goes them to go after her, and Dougal's like, do not let anything happen to her. So once they're going after each other, yada yada, pretty much Roy shoots a Brick in the heart with an arrow, and he is still alive. He's like, shouldn't have done that. Shoots one of the aldermen, drops him on the ground, and this is where Laurel is completely rethinking being the Black Canary. She's like, I thought putting the Black Canary suit would help with this, would help with Sarah's death, but really, it's just making it worse. So she really just needed the pep talk that Felicity was about to give her, and Felicity is like, you need to help us out. Felicity is getting to the point where she understands that Oliver is dead, which he really isn't, but she just thinks he's dead, and she understands that he's not coming back, and they need to protect the city and do some work. So after the whole alderman scene, we also see how Danny Brickwell decides to call the police and say, yeah, we're gonna take over the Glades. So they arrange a meeting, and what happens is they say, we'll give you the other 2 aldermen that are left, but you have to evacuate the Glades like the police have to, or else we'll go into the police station and kill every last one of you police people. Yep, that's what it is. And that's pretty much the point where Laurel's father is just at a complete disbelief of what's happening. So, next thing that happens is we also see the 3 like assassins that Ra's al Ghul sent to the hut that Maseo was in, and Oliver and Tatsu. So he pretty much has to kill his own men just to make sure that Oliver stays alive, because they're like, we can't find Oliver or something, or is Oliver alive? And he says, no, I followed him into this cabin and I didn't see anything. So Ra's al Ghul, I'm pretty sure Ra's al Ghul meant not to kill him, or something happened where he fell and just something, like, there must have been something going through his mind saying, I'm not going to kill him. But of course, the show can't let them kill their main character, which is the most important character, who's been going for 3 seasons now. So it's pretty much impossible for that to happen, unless they're idiotic writers, which they really aren't. So then Roy and Diggle and Laurel, all 3 of them, well, Diggle's pretty much just riding the helicopter, and Felicity actually comes back on the team because she just had that pep talk with Laurel, and she's like, we really need to get these aldermen. So they pretty much go into the aldermen's, like, where their location is, take them out of there, and they save them. But this is where Black Canary steps her ass up. This is where Laurel actually does something. So the scene is Brick is like trying to find her in the warehouse because it's just her and him and Laurel left, and he like walks in this room. She hits him over the back of the head, and then after he's about to punch her, and then he knees him in the balls, and then after punches him across the face and just jumps through a window onto Diggle's helicopter. That must have been like my number 1 moment in this like episode. It was a really good one. And then we also see how Oliver's getting on his way, and he's like ready to leave. Also, what's gonna happen is, or what also did happen, is Thea and Merlin. Merlin really wants to leave, but Thea says that, no, we can't leave. I'm not afraid of Ra's al Ghul. We'll kick his ass. We're good. So don't worry about it. So all this happens in one episode. It was a pretty big episode. A lot of stuff happened, and I also saw a promo after the episode that was like, it was the battle between Brick and like the vigilantes, if you would call them that. And pretty much we see Oliver come back next episode. We see like a scene where they're all going at it, and then after Oliver shoots a guy in the chest, and then after Felicity's like, you're alive, and then after it shows him. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed the recaps I'm doing for The Flash and Arrow. Please show your support by liking the video, commenting, and subscribing, and peace.